Okay, we are back in Haven. And looks like there's some people to talk to. Let's go talk to those people. So we just got back from Val Royeaux where shit went down. So if you want to go watch the video, it's in the playlist. Oh, it's Cullen this time. Let's talk to Cullen.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
Hello.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I'm glad I'm here. I like to stand out.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Where are we going?
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause.
Why are we walking
Now it
away?
seems we face something far worse.
Okay, consult your clipboard, why don't you? Everything's a mess.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I like your enthusiasm.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps.
Look at that grin, that is the cheesiest grin.
There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Okay, that was random. You seem to be flirting with everyone, I should probably stop. Oh look, it's Cassandra, I think. Looking grumpier than usual.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
You don't know?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
Okay.
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
I hate it, none of your business. I'd go now if I had a choice. Goodness, eventually, perhaps.
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
Tell me about yourself.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Okay, apparently she's also romanceable. Just being friendly.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne.
78.
I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're Navarran royalty?
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
Is that why you left Navarra?
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarre. Once he was gone, so was I.
What happened to your brother?
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Tell me about Navarra?
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
What about your parents?
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortale tarsi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
A mortally what now?
Your uncle was a mortale tarsi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts.
Okay.
The mortale tarsi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
You work for the Divine?
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
What is a right hand?
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You believed in her.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
How did you become the right hand?
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that?
Yes, tell me.
What, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
Tell me. Tell me.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral.
That's cool.
Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
Would you like to what? What became of the mages?
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy's gratitude. Many of them died at the conflict.
Oh. You're still a hero.
I think you're a hero, no matter how you downplay it.
Fine. But it was 20 years ago. I will not rest upon my laurels.
Alright, whatever.
I'll let you get back to work.
That was very wordy. Very wordy indeed. Okay. Do. I wonder where Sarah is. I think Varric is up here.
Need something?
Ooh, tell me about Red Lyrium.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the deep roads. We located
do a
an ancient
squat?
thaig so old it barely looked dwarven. There was
doing
this
squats.
idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
The dwarf squat. Oh, look at that. What is it exactly?
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
Okay, what can it do?
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life.
Whoa.
It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Okay. Why was it in the temple?
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
That's enough for now.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Well, thanks, Varric. Do. Oh, look at that hole. That's a big hole. Let's go talk to Solus. Oh, Sarah, is there a person in here now? Sarah, yeah, she must be in here.
Oh, you know. And you've seen no signs of the Grey Wardens anywhere? You're certain? So, this is it, huh? Oh, no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
There's more going on.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it. But I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there. But they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
We'll help them all see.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. And smells of horse. Really? What everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, old-touched Lady Herald?
Oh, shit. Am I able to romance everyone in this game? Jesus Christ, you staying sounds very good. We'll succeed. We have to. Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
What a nice lady. Hilarious. So apparently everyone is romanceable if you're female. The Tale of the Frostbats.
Master Harriet said I should go back right away.
What did I mean? I think it's just Solus now. Oh no, Vivienne. I don't know where she is.
Greetings.
Tell me about the Fade.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
Okay. Tell me about the Breach.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
Tell me about demons.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Can we change that?
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
Tell me about the veil.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
That sounds marvelous.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
Okay, bye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
See you later, alligator. Alright, did I miss anybody? Oh, I've got, like, mission and
Be
stuff.
by your side of death.
Boing.
Let all
I love this jump button.
only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
Can I help you with something?
I don't know.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
I was supposed to give you something, or
Blessed
whatever.
are the righteous, the lights in the shadow, in their boom.
I don't know what this
If you
thing
find
is.
anything we need, let me know.
Well, whatever. Alright. Let's go inside. Do some things. I sense a cutscene.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter. You heard?
Puffy sleeves.
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
Puffy sleeves.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
Dink. Going was worth the risk. At least we made contact. Going was worth the risk.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
I have 2 more party members.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Hey, Puffy.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what?
What? I thought she was
My
wearing a long
reports have
dress.
been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
You must choose soon.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think it's a trap.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
It's a trap.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
What? Nothing was decided.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
It sounds suspicious.
That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Okay. Hey, level 5. Sweet. It's Mother Giselle. More commonly known as Oprah. Oh, look, it's Vivian. There she is. Thought I recognized something. Okay. Oh no, she's missing her headdress. Oh, I feel so cheated. I took you on just because of that hat, and now it's gone. Oh, whatever.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
Because I'm special. I have no idea what? Chaos harms everyone, I guess?
The war benefits no one. It must end. An order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll do all I can.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
I'll use it to change things? No one should have that power. Underestimate shows me chance. No one should have that power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Okay, well. That's interesting. Who else is there we got? Josephine. Josephine?
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God, one life, one death, there is but one God.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
You own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
I don't like your taxi driver costume. Divine's advisors founded it.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I see no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentacus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
That's right. Get back in your taxi. Go home.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
Meep, meep.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Okay. Bye-bye, Mr. Taxi Driver. Get back in your carriage or whatever. Does the Marquis own Haven?
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I see. You handled the Marquis well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
I see. Well, your puffy sleeves have my approval. How did you become ambassador?
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What's your background?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
Okay. I'm glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Alright. Thank you, Madam Puffy Sleeves. Whoa, who are you? Hello.
You're the
talk?
Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker, Pentagast, and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something for you. What?
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay. Primeval red lyrium deposits found. Okay, interesting. What else is there? Summon a war council. Okay, so we're at a bit of a precipice here. So if you go into the War Council now, you'll have a choice of two missions. So one between the Templars, one between the Mages, and depending on which one you choose, the other one will be locked out. And it also depends, if you choose the Mages, for example, Dorian will become a party member, and if you choose Templars, I think Cole becomes a party member, so it's up to your sort of personal choice. I think we're going to go outside for a second. I'm pretty sure there should be a quest giver out there. Ah, there he is. She, he, not sure.
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Identify yourself.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
We'll think about it.
We'll consider your offer.
I appreciate it. We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the Storm Coast first because the Iron Bull is actually a really good companion for you.
In the Maker, fire is her.
You can do it in whatever order you like, but I'm just gonna go to the Storm Coast first. Okay, so this is the perks menu, so I've got... I think I'm gonna outfit my forces. Massacres. methodology developed by an Orlesian blade master. Grants 5% increase in XP earned from killing foes. Opens a new dialogue option related to criminal activities and grants 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. I like that one. Let's do that one. Okay. So I have 8 power right now. Need it to do stuff. Oh, build watchtowers is ready. So that was the report from the hinterlands. So with the watchtowers built, we've had advanced warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both the refugees and the farmers who had fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. Corporal Vale. Alright, so we'll go to the hinterlands after the Storm Coast. I think the Grey Wardens as well. The Grey Wardens mission is on the Storm Coast, and the Grey Warden companion is in the hinterlands. So okay. Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Okay. So now we can go to the Storm Coast and do the things for the Inquisition. Right. I think I'm going to try out all the new party members I've got. I'll grab Cassandra for now. So Iron Bull is a big Kunari warrior, and he's gonna help us be a tank and a warrior dude. I think the other guy that's in the hinterlands is the Grey Warden, and I haven't met Dorian yet, but if you do the Mage's Quest you get Dorian, so that's kind of the path I'm going to follow. It's up to you. Dragon Age is a very sort of choice-based game, but yeah. So off to the Storm Coast.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll look into it.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Okay. Let's see. Who's that? Oh, so it's the requisitions officer. What?
Dispatch for you.
Dragon. Big ass dragon.
What is it?
This could help us.
There's a dragon. Ugh, level 5. Ooh, Elford. Okay, let's go and get Iron Bull first, and then we'll see how we're doing. What was that? Serpent stone. Boing. Fighting? I'm good at that.
Stand down! Trim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Alright. You must be Iron Bull.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How expensive are you?
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
You definitely seem useful.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
Only a little.
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards in City Watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're hired. I think. Was there... Oh, why would you admit this?
You're a Kunari spy and you just... told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
Alright, you're hired, definitely.
Alright, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Alright. Sarah... Vivian... and Iron Bull. Nice. Alright, let's level you bitches up. Hello. For me, go down this road. Bye. Okay. For Sarah. Huh. She needs the bow and arrow. How much she got to spend? I'll go with Pincushion. And who else? Vivian. Alright, you're gonna do the two things that Solus doesn't do. So you're gonna do lightning for me. Okay. Apply. And fire. Next time. The Iron Bull. Whoa, where is he? Okay, he's got the two-handed. Gonna give you this, and that, and that. Also that. No, not a combat roll. Nah. Okay, let's go here. Vanguard, that's a better one. Yank. Okay. And two-handed. Alright, that should do us. Okay, collecting spindleweed. Spindle? Weed? Spindle? Weed? Where's your hat? Oh, depressing. Check the journal for in hushed whispers. Nope. Nope. The Lone Warden. Yeah, so the Lone Warden is in the hinterlands. We can go get him later. Storm Coast. Let's do it. Storm and Coast. Okay, let's just head along the coast here. See where that leads us. Where's this going? Holding the Storm Coast, Storm Solitude. Okay, wow. Ugh. That creepy skull thing. Maybe later. Boink. Just chilling.
Who's a bitch? Charming. Fact.
Oh look, a little cave. Perhaps spiders? Oh god. That it? Okay, moving on. Whoa! Look at that! There's like an epic dragon v giant battle going on. Neat. Ooh, spindly. Gonna win. Should I just watch?
Okay, that's badass.
Wow, we can watch, yeah?
Can you see their HP? Backward. So they are killing each other. Nice. What about the other one? What about that guy? Nope. What the hell? He just jumped like 1 billion feet in the air. Oh no, no. Oh no, no, no. He just killed the giant. Okay. I'm too much of a coward. Sweet. Oh, Fade Rift. That's my job. Let me just fix this here. Can I disrupt Rift? Is that a thing I can do? Need a bit of position. No, alright. I should probably attack that guy. Disrupt the rift now. Oh, disrupted itself. Alright. Close the rift! Sweet! Okay, but let's try to keep going. This doesn't lead into the ocean. Go away through. Ooh, there's something over there. Why is this even here? Everyone got stuck. Alright. Let's head over there.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned.
What? They're already here. I just killed them. Hey, loot. Flaming girl. Okay. Into this area place thing. Look, a goat. Ram thing. I will let you live because I am not fast enough to catch you. Let's go up the mountain. It looks like a village of some sort. I hope everybody's not gonna kill me again. I'm trying to kill me. It's Skyrim all over again. Up the freaking cliff. I don't care. I'm not supposed to go up here. State's Landing. Oh no. Mages and abomination. Not creepy at all. This was a good idea. Read. Parvaland, the occupied north. In the 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Kunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvaland in the far north. Oh, interesting. So interesting, I might not even read it. Who is that? It's Lady Stoneheart, that's who it is. Oh, another door. I can't open it. Well, I guess we'll have to come back. Let's see, what do we have here? A landmark and another landmark. Oh, there must be a cave. Ooh! Summerstone, that's nice. Landmark and a cave. Meh. Can I enter the said cave, or is this another trip down the mountain? Looks like the place we came from. Kind of. Spiders? I may want a potion before I go in. Ooh, a light. Just in time to see the spiders. Okay. What did we just kill? Spiders. Loot that pot. What? Okay. Whoa. Everybody. God, light. Giant spider gun. I'm gonna need that. And no spiders had bones. I thought they had an exoskeleton. Oh, it's a deep stalker. Okay. Fine. Ooh, what's this? Where am I? I have no idea. Woohoo!
As good a place as any to camp.
Let's do it. Camping and s'mores and other things.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's check our map, see how we're going. Right, we have a lot of missions. Wardens of the Coast, Wardens of the Coast, more Wardens on the Coast. Cleaning house. Okay. Map, Storm Solitude, Rifts on the Fade. Alright, let's check this one out first. Off we go. No fruit.
Shall we have a look around?
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, what's this? Oh, all of the serpent stone and elf fruit. Something is making shiny noises. Ooh. Hey. He is not here. We have searched thoroughly and we will now move on. How many days have I wasted here with whispers lurking at the back of my mind on this mad assignment? I pray we have more luck as we head south. After speaking with the other wardens, I told the fishermen about the darkspawn we sense beneath the earth. They may not burst forth from the ground today or tomorrow, but I fear it will not be long. And we will not be here when they finally... We will not be here when they finally surface. The fishermen were grieved at the news, but they decided to make for the West Hill, which is safe for now. As for the fisherman who was interested in joining, I convinced him that now was not the time. Others might have told him otherwise, but he is too young to make such a sacrifice simply because he does not wish to throw nets into the water all his life. We shared one last night by the campfire, and he went on his way with a smile, humming the song of Antuil as he left. On the pages of a journal.
The wardens were here at some point.
Okay. Okay. Fruit. Ooh, more hell fruit. How do I get up there? I must become a rat. Ooh, serpent stone. This looks like kind of a path, maybe? Perhaps I'm not goat enough. Okay. Oops. It's a Skyrim all over again. Ugh. Oh, the bloody... No. Ooh, some stone. What is that? Oh, it's just shiny. Let's search for things. Ooh. First. Whoa, who's that?
Pathetic little bastard. Kill that
one! Neat. Ooh, oh no, they killed something. Take leather. Ooh, there's someone there. I wonder what I'm gonna do with all these stones. That's not what we're looking for. Ah, there's a bear. No. Okay. Ooh, an Astrarium. Interesting. How do I get up there, though? Questions upon questions. Ooh, lovely. And another elf group. If we go up here. Okay, I just keep finding other stuff. Hey, we can claim this place. Stone tree. Ooh, what's this? Oh, the Astrarium. There we go. Puzzle. Oh my god. And you have to move it around. Alright, well, let's start here, I guess. Right from the top. Most often it's just finding the right place to start from. I've got extra stars here. Don't get fooled by the extra stars. So close. All right. Okay. I can do this. No, I can't apparently. What did I do the first time? I don't know. Okay, gotta think about this. So, that way. And back, down, up, that way. Are we allowed to go back? I have no idea. Maybe I should go this way, then that way, then that way, then that way, then that way. Oh, okay. Let's try it. Okay. Yay! Did it. What the hell is that? It looks like a weird person. Maybe. Bilitanis. Referred to as the Maiden. The Maiden? That looks nothing like the Maiden. In common parlance, depictions of the constellation Bilitanis vary from one age to the next. It has always been considered fashionable for prominent women of the day to be declared the Maiden's personification. Queen Madrigal in the Exalted Age, for instance, and Queen Asha before her. None of these women would likely appreciate the fact that Bilitanis is believed to have originally referred to Othamiel, the god of beauty. Interesting. Whoa! Bazoom. Lasers. No sign of the wardens yet. Where are the wardens anyway? Okay. Where is the warden's junk? Just random people's mabaris, what? Ooh, elf fruit. Do I want to go down the mountain? No. I'm already out of that area. Oh no. Okay, so the area begins here. That looks like something. Yay! Oh, it's making very loud shiny noises. Grey Warden's journal. I grow more convinced that if he is ever here, he is now long gone. Still, it would not do for us to miss him through laziness, and he was one of our most skilled warriors. If anyone could hide himself here, it would be he. One of the fishermen shows promise with a spear and has shoulders like an ox from throwing nets all day. He asked about joining the Grey Wardens. Under other circumstances, I would be honored to take a worthy and willing volunteer. Now, my orders did not say whether I should seek new recruits, even without circumstances, or because of them, I suppose. It did not hurt his cause that he is easy to look at and clearly wished to know more about the Dalish. The Darkspawn are louder than I thought at first. The constant whisper at the back of my mind makes it difficult to sense them as easily as I usually do. But they are near the surface. Perhaps bandits are not the worst these people have to face. Okay. So apparently Dalish Warden came by. Elven fisherman, if you know what I mean. Moving along. Running along. Alright, we got 2 more wardeny things to find. And I think we'll be done with the Storm Coast, maybe. There's not that much to do here, I just came here for the Iron Ball mostly.
Let's look around.
Okay. Oh, spindleweed. Hey, stuff. Ooh, more spindleweed. I just walked into a thing. I think it's making shiny noises. Oh, it's the booze. The booze was making shiny noises. Oh, there's a giant precipice. Okay, how do I get down? Without dying. Horrible, painful death. Whee! That's how you get down without killing anything. Serpent stone. I don't know what it does, but I've been collecting it like crazy. Boing. Spindleweed. Ah, it's raining. Up the hill. You're gonna do it. Yes, made it. I wonder if they do this purposefully, so you have to jump up the hill, or if it's just, you know, I'm going the wrong way. Come on. Yeah. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, leave the bear alone. Oh crap, we've been attacked by the bear. Stupid bear. Hey look, wardeny stuff. Ah, there was a ram. Grey Warden's journal. Still no trace of him, though I feel the darkspawn in the ground below. Could he be lurking close to them, perhaps preparing to die with honor? I doubt it, but it is the only lead we have so far. I confess that this seems a fool's errand at times, given how much is at stake. We saw bandits harassing the fishermen and we intervened. The fishermen thanked us, though I fear the bandits will return again in greater numbers, and we will not always be here to help. Nevertheless, as long as we are here, the fishermen are safe. The dreams continue, as they do every night. They make it hard for us to sleep, but we must persist. Hopefully the others will have found a solution by the time we return. In the meantime, I can sing the song of Andruil to myself to keep my mind as clear as best I can.
This belongs to the Wardens.
Okay. Well, Andruil is the elven god of the hunt, I believe. And beauty and other things. I'm gonna lose. Thanks, guys. Moving on. What is this place? Journal. We searched the area but found no sign. If he was here, it was some time ago. The fishermen in this area are friendly. Unlike some, they remembered how the Grey Wardens fought to save Fereld in the last blight. Though they had little, they shared some of their catch to give us a better supper than we had tasted in weeks. They even deferred to me once they saw that I commanded the other wardens, and there are few even in Ferelden who would watch an elf command men without pause. They are friendly folk. After all, this land has suffered in the past years. I hope they find some peace.
The Wardens must have moved on. What do they do when there's not a blight, anyway?
Wardeny things. Anything here? No? Alright, well, let's check the map. I think... Let's go set up the third camp. Yeah. Oh, we already know that camp. Building the Stone Coast. Let's go set up the third camp because we've made 2 out of 3. Woohoo! Down this hill. Pretty sure you can travel between camps, so we're just gonna go back to the first camp when we're done. Driftwood margin. Yay, set up camp.
Shall we make camp or move on?
Do it. Okay, well.
Nothing to report, sir.
Red Lyrium. I don't think I can do that yet. That I need to do it yet. So, cleaning. Oh, that's the Inquisition soldiers. Let's do that mission. Storm Solitude. Let's go back to the first camp and we'll do the actual Inquisition quest.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay, the Inquisition quest is here. Set active. Alright. Let's go try and do it. Everything is so pretty. I'm used to the janky Dragon Age Origins graphics where everything looks like a butt. room it up this mountain? No? Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I need a horse, so it just vertically walks up the mountain. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No. What? How did she walk up there? For crying out loud. Stupid hill. Alright, looks like there's a way around. And there's a bear as well. Okay. Oh, it's a mage versus a bear. You guys can kill each other. I'm just gonna stand here and watch. I think the bear is losing. Hey, a nug. Alright. Hey, Alfred. Who is that? He's dead, that's who he is. Velveteen. Loot. What's in here? Oh, we can climb up this thing. Okay, that was random. Can you actually do anything? Nope. Open.
These must be the missing soldiers.
Someone should pay for this.
Look at map.
It looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach. Our men were murdered by a group called the Blades of Hessarian.
If you're interested, it looks like we can challenge their leader.
Naming themselves after the sword that killed Andraste. Ambitious.
Right. Blades and their challenges. Biggest sword wins.
Okay. See how we go. Aha. Looks like a stronghold. What to do? What to do? Is there a back door? Probably not. Guess I can just go into a full-out attack. That would be interesting. Hey! Claim logging stand. 8. Alright, but let's go back and clear this out. Potions at the ready. And done. Alright. 9 to consume potions. Well, let's stealth it up first. Alright. That was annoying.
You're not gonna start that Kyun rubbish where you're trying to convert me, are you?
No.
What's so funny about that?
You aren't really Vidithari material.
What's that mean? I could be a Vivi, one of those things. Bloody good one, too.
Alright. Well, I think maybe I should check out my equipment, because I haven't done that in a while. Alright, is there anything better than what I have now? Recruit's dagger. Oh, a weighted dagger. Maybe I should put that on the other one. There we go. Stiletto. Acolyte. Highland Dirk. What does that do? No. Okay, I just need dirks. Alright, armor. Battle mage. Cowl. Thingy. Rogue only. Human trained. Lame. Mage. Warrior. That was for me. Medium. Oh, that's the pooper coat. I am equipped with the pooper coat. Oh, I have lots and lots. Mercenary coat, scout coat. All crap. Moving on. Sarah, what have we got for you? Mercenary coat. Nope, 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 nope. Hunter coat? Oh, she's wearing it. Yeah. Meh. Alright, back. No, not back. Weapons. What do we got here? Oh, she's good. Iron Bull. Do I have anything better for you? I don't think I do. Vivian. 41, 36. I'll put that in there. Ah, she needs level 8. Okay. Still better. Or an ice staff. No. Or an acolyte has to. No. Alright. What about accessories? Go back to me. Me. Spinning blades token. Bleed on hit. Does that make things better? I'm gonna need some constitution because I am squishy as hell. Belt of melee defense. Let's do that. Whoops. There we go. And a ring of barrier penetration. Sounds good to me. Let's just flick some stuff. Oh, you can have dexterity. Oh, it's an amulet. And you can have the amulet of constitution because you're such a tank. Literally like a tank thing. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's go back to oh well, first of all, oh, we cleared the mission. Okay, let's go back to Haven. Okay. Loading times. Alright. Let's just save it here. Okay, we're back in Haven after the Storm Coast, and let's go talk to everybody. I like talking to people. Hi Cassandra, how are you?
Do you need something?
Always very antagonistic. Tell me about the Seekers.
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
But what are the Seekers?
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine, and not even her, truthfully.
So you led the Templars?
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Why did the Seekers rebel?
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
What abilities do you have? That's an interesting one.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control, useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, but that depends on the individual.
Ooh, what are your gifts?
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will.
That's awesome.
Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Why did the Seeker... how do you become a Seeker?
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
What is the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
Was it magic?
Or was it some kind of magic?
I don't fully understand it, to be honest. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
Alright.
I've no more questions.
Okay, that was interesting. Ooh, hello, Cullen.
Did you need something?
Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
The Lord Seeker's actions are a mystery, but the Templars will aid us. They cannot sit idle while the breach remains.
Why did the Templars leave?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
What changed?
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
In that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
Anything I should know? No. Tell me about Templar life.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Okay. Why did you become a Templar?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
That's not very old.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
You lived in the Circle?
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a Circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the Circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do you not speak to the mages?
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Right. How are Templars trained?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
What do Templars do?
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages?
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession of the beast.
Tell me about their vows.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Are there vows of celibacy?
A life of service and sacrifice. Are Templars also expected to give up physical temptations?
Physical? Why... why would you... That's not expected. Templars can marry, although there are rules around it, and the Order must grant permission. Some may choose to give up more to prove their devotion, but it's not required.
What about you? That's all.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
Alistair was lying to me. Anyway. Okay, well, thanks for that, Cullen. Moving on. Who else we got? Someone out here. Ooh, it's the Iron Bull. Hey, man. What's up?
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
How do you know he's a Templar?
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Canary learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
Yes, he is.
I'm impressed by what Cullen has accomplished with the troops.
Damn right. It takes time to build a group into a team, but he's got their loyalty. Now he just needs them to make a decent shield wall, and they'll be good to go. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Do we need one?
The Inquisition has done all right so far without an Inquisitor.
That's because all we've needed so far is damage control, reaction. A group can handle that. Once you've sealed the breach, it's going to be time to make decisions. Someone's going to have to step up. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Kunari.
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
They sound interesting.
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
How do they govern?
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Is there much dissent?
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Qunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
Right. Do you not marry?
I've heard there's no marriage among the Qunari.
Yeah, that's true. Qunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Qunari don't have sex?
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
What, really?
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
That's bizarre. Sounds great.
Sometimes I think I understand how different the Qunari are. And then I talk to you.
Yep. Still, it's more fun here. Fewer rituals, more making it up as you go along. Plus, you folk have redheads. Redheads.
What? Day-to-day life?
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
Except that baker isn't free.
It can't be exactly the same. The Qunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
How is it growing up?
What's it like growing up under the Qun?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasra.
So no families?
You never knew your parents?
No. I know for you folks, that's a big deal. The Tamasrans were like our parents, though. Taught us to read, helped us go to sleep, all the parent stuff. I remember the one who helped me build things with blocks. She laughed when I knocked everything down.
And if Thedas fell to the Qun?
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Qunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the Qun? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Both Sarah and Varric would mouth off until they ended up re-educated. Drugged until their minds broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
What does the word Kumari mean?
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
And those who predate the Qun?
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Goodbye.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Well, that was interesting. Hi, Krem.
Can I help you with anything?
Let's discuss the Iron Bull.
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. Last time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Qunari, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
What kind of commander is he?
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. He keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The charges might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did you end up with him?
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Kunari spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee Tevinter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
He gave up his eye?
That's how he lost the eye?
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is him being Kunari odd?
Is it strange to work for a Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I'm surprised he told you.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. It's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
Okay, goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Oh, that was interesting. Let's go talk to everybody else.
When there was no sky maker, you were the sky. When there was no earth,
Need something?
you were the earth. When there was nothing, you
I have a personal question.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
He's doing the squats again. Where are you from?
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
What do you do?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
Right. Could you do Liliana's job?
If you've run a spy network, why is Liliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What books do you write?
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What shops do you own?
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
How do you know Cassandra?
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Tell me about the crossbow.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. Funny story. I bought a salvaged ship and found her locked in a dragonbone reinforced chest in the hold. I broke 3 dozen lockpicks and blunted 9 saws opening that trunk, but it was worth it.
Why Bianca?
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Alright, that's all.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I think we've talked to Varric about everything now. Let's go see what Sarah has to say.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
Tell me about your friend. Oh, tell me about your background first.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
Who trained you?
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Only when I'm boasting. Not typically.
Usually it takes considerable discipline. Hence my question.
Hence? Look, I work at it. Practice a little. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Well, it's not like that for other elves, I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
Where are you from?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
I can make evasive jokes too.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
North wherever. Oh, we had fun on street and or in local taverns.
Oh, hardy ha. Oh, funny you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
It's nice knowing other elves.
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Why not?
Well, maybe you're alright. But most elves are too... elfy. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's no value in tradition? You're saying get over it, just throw it all away?
There's a lot of tradition there. Should it just be thrown away?
Your great-grandfather's dead. Why aren't you dead? You're throwing away tradition.
That makes sense to you.
None of it does in the city. That's why I'm not like an elf.
I see.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
Nightingale's eyes.
The Chantry isn't supporting us.
I told you that it was complicated.
Well, let's talk to Solus then.
Greetings.
Tell me about the elves. I think I've done this one
I'd be
already.
interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
Perhaps you could ask Sarah. She has opinions.
You don't seem to like her.
You don't much care for Sarah, do you?
I pity her. Although I imagine she would detest that. Perhaps in truth, I envy her. She has a purity of purpose that I lack. I have observed too much and done too little. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about elven magic.
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing Chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. Legacy from when elves were immortal.
And blood magic?
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I don't mind blood magic.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other, instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
I see.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
This is very foreboding. I fear that Solus is gonna do something later, like Anders did. That was not a fun time, let me tell you. There's someone here. Liliana. Oh, I haven't talked to her yet. Where is she? Aha. Hello.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Game?
How is this a game? Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Can't speak for Andraste.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you. You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
People die.
People are killed all the time.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Why are you telling me this? Let me help you.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Okay, that was awkward. Real awkward. Where's this other person's barrack? Hey, look, I can do Mercy's Crest or Inquisition weapons. Let's do that one. Mercy's Crest. Random stuff.
How kind of him. That, and he said people who freeze to death don't spend much coin.
Where's Vivian? She was here somewhere. Hello.
Yes?
Investigate? Tell me about the circle.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
Wasn't the circle disbanded?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear. And an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
Shouldn't you replace Fiona?
If you led all the loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held. I could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
I see. What was circle life like?
What was it like to live in a circle?
My dear, your question is the root of all problems with mages. I cannot tell you. Every circle was different. Their Templars were different, their politics unique. And every person within each tower had an experience of circle life unique to themselves. Some people suffered and some were content. Some were cruel, some compassionate, and some indifferent. The same is true of people everywhere, in all circumstances, whether they are mages or not.
What about your experience?
So tell me about your personal experience with the Circle.
I enjoyed life in the Montsimard Circle, my dear. It was an edifice devoted to knowledge and refinement. And mages need the company of other mages. No one else can truly understand the challenges we face, nor see the world as we do.
I see. Was confinement hard?
You must have been under constant supervision, being forced by Templars to live in the tower. Was that hard to endure?
My dear, I have a suite in the palace and a wing at my dear Duke Bastien's estate. I've never been forced to live anywhere. Most circles allowed mages to live away from the tower, either on their own or in service to the nobility. All that was required was permission from the first enchanter. Some circles were harsher in their restrictions. Kirkwall was the worst, but it was the exception. Most were quite permissive. Perhaps too permissive, in retrospect.
How did the rebellion start?
How did we come to this state with the circles in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers. Across Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted to assassinate Divine Justinia, again, the mages protested the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Do you know Fiona?
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago, to let her spend time gardening.
Okay. Were they justified?
Did they have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means protest abuses by the Templars. Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
Mages are fighting mages?
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
The vote for independence was carried by only a small margin, but Fiona chose to let the motion stand. Those who opposed a rash declaration of war against the entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder. Anyone who did not wish to support terrorism and the slaughter of innocents was forced to take arms against the rebels.
Sees light and goes
Okay.
before flame. She should see fire.
Not
and
the
fall
Giselle.
into a light.
Know thy enemy? What? Oh no, it's not Giselle, it's
Mistress Lavelle, do you have a moment?
Yes, I do, Puffy Lady.
Did you need something, Ambassador?
Yes. Well, not precisely, but I should like to know if anyone here has treated you unkindly, Herald, for being an elf.
Nothing I can handle.
I can deal with a few whispers and sideways looks.
I shall speak with the staff regarding such conduct. If we're to convince the world that Andraste's herald is an elf, the Inquisition must give you its utmost support. Stories of wild Dalish elves have grown even more outrageous as people learn of you.
Give me an example.
How have the rumors gotten worse?
I would prefer not to repeat them.
Give me something.
Stealing children, selling peasants to slavers, burning down villages, using infants for blood magic. Those are the stories about your fellow Dalish. I won't repeat what they've said about you.
Those stories are nonsense.
Why not claim the Dalish can steal your breath or turn into dragons while they're at it? Now that I've said that out loud, someone probably has.
Very likely. I will see what the Inquisition can do to contain the slander. It may help if I know more about how you and your clan lived.
Not so different from humans.
The human towns we traded with ate the same food and suffered the same weather we did. The main difference was that they had homes, while we wandered.
That must have been difficult. Still, you must miss your clan.
I'd miss knowing you more. Okay. Apparently everybody is romanceable. It's time I made my own name. I kept to myself.
I was a solitary child. I spent much of my time alone. The Dalish won't weep for me, if they even notice I'm gone.
Believe me, they'll have noticed. Whether you're with them or not, being the clan of the Herald of Andraste will mark them in history.
They wouldn't want a herald about time elves, would it? They won't want a
The
herald.
Dalish still worship the gods of our ancestors. When they hear me called the Herald of Andraste, it may stir up anger.
They must see that you move in different circles now. The moment of understanding can be painful.
Well, there we go. Let's see, read. Turn and research.
Yes. Good.
Ah, right. So there's this apprenticey lady. What does she have to say?
You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
You research creatures?
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures.
Right.
At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Okay, so if you bring in pieces of animals and stuff, you'll gain a bonus against them later.
Why did you decide to research dangerous creatures?
I like the outdoors. The idea of the outdoors, anyway. When some monster is coming at you, glowing eyes and burning claws, it's terrifying. But once you know how it works, you can deal with it. It's just another part of the world. So much of this world is only frightening because we don't understand it.
Ah, so true.
You said you were a mage?
No, just an apprentice. I was never very good at magic. I've got just enough talent to be a danger to other people. But when the mages rebelled, people like me had nowhere to go. The Templars would have killed us. Luckily, Seeker Pentagast took me in, along with the Tranquil I was protecting.
The Tranquil? You didn't join the rebels?
I'm surprised that even an apprentice mage wouldn't join the rebellion.
I don't like using magic to fight. I'm not good at it either. I liked studying. I liked performing rituals that helped us unlock the secrets of the Veil. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
Pity you aren't Dalish? You're in the minority. I don't trust mages.
You might have done well among the Dalish. Our mages are encouraged to study safely.
Fenrir will take the Dalish. Don't let my lack of Vanisleen fool you, Lethleen. I was a proud member of my clan until my magic manifested. You know what happens when they have too many mages. They gave me a pack and sent me into the woods to find my own life. I was 7 years old.
That's awful.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled into a village, starving and cold, a few weeks later. I started using magic to scare predators away. The villagers saw me make fire in my fist. They were terrified and wanted to kill me. Templars saved me from them. They gave me food and clothes and took me to the Circle. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no part of it. I just want to study.
Okay. You protected the Tranquil?
You said that you were keeping some of the Tranquil safe.
Yes. The mages took some of them when my Circle rebelled, but the rest were forgotten. Most Circle mages look down on the Tranquil, or try to pretend they don't exist. They don't have any emotions. They can barely take care of themselves, can't defend themselves at all. It's a shame. I like them better than most people.
They're lucky to have you.
I'm glad they have someone who cares about them.
They deserve better. They're polite, they're rational, and they'll never get angry at you. When they study, they have a focus no normal person could ever match. But the Templars, even some of the mages, mistreated them just because they could. The Tranquil never fought back. If not for that, I don't know. Doesn't really matter now.
Goodbye.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
Well, that was interesting. Ooh, giant chest. No, not lootable? Nothing lootable. Okay. Well, I think we're going to finish it off here. Next time we're going back to the hinterlands to get a new companion and also finish up some loose ends. So, thanks for watching.